Hello.
I do not think they can hear
I
us.
don't know.
I can't hear you from my stream.
Actually, no. It's just really quiet. Yeah.
It is working. It's working now.
I don't think they can hear you, though. Maybe?
Hey, if you're watching, type in the chat if you can hear Chris. Give it a little bit because it might be on like a 10-20 second delay.
My microphone. There we go. Ooh, Jesus Christ, that's... There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay. Yeah, I see it going on my screen now. So, all right, cool. Yeah, great. Awesome. Great way to start the night. Welcome to Dice Dice Baby. We're playing a one-shot tonight that I wrote like an hour and a half ago. So it's not going to be great, but we're going to have a good time anyway. So, we have a couple of new faces tonight to our one-shot series. On my left screen, we have Ingvar, whose character name I didn't change because I'm awesome.
That's hilarious.
And then on the right, we have Brutus, who's going to, I guess, you want to keep a stage name of Brutus?
No, Chris is fine.
Okay.
My name is Chris, but my character is Brutus.
Ingvar, what's your character's name again? Oh,
Barton
Michael Bolton.
Hogcollar.
Barton Hogcollar.
Barton Hogcollar.
That's funny. That's so funny. Okay, cool. So
debating between doing that or a southern voice. Barton Hogcollar.
Well, shit. My name's Barton Hogcollar.
My friends told me I'll be a wizard, and I said I'll be a goddamn wizard if I want.
I said, shit, I'm gonna be a wizard.
I was about to make a bad joke.
Don't
doing it.
Don't do that. All right.
Don't
so
think impure thoughts.
Today's adventure takes place in the town of Silverbrook, a mystical, magical place in the middle of the woods, in some place somewhere. I don't know. Fantasy. So I guess for the map, do you guys want me to just send a link of it to you guys so you can look at it if you want to? It doesn't matter. It's really just, you know.
Close your eyes. Picture a town.
Picture a town.
Now double it.
And everything disappeared. Okay, there's back. Good. Okay. Yeah, so that's the map. I'll put it up occasionally. It's just kind of a spiral to the center. So, you guys ready?
Uh-huh.
Cool. So the scene pans in with a bird, not carrying a camera this time, swooping in and landing on the perch on top of the tallest building in Silverbrook. We see a man walk out of the building and stretch a little bit. You hear him crack his bones. He yawns, and then he looks down, and his face just becomes distorted. And you hear him scream. 2 days later, how many of us are we? 5. The 5 of you are told by the leader of the Wizards Trading Company, a company that you guys work for to do missions. Listen, I made that connection forever ago. I'm not the one that created that. Amber and that group created that. I'm just using it, and I asked them for permission. So, yeah. So the Wizard Trading Company. are the ones that sent you on this quest to find out what happened in Silverbrook. So the 5 of you, because I can count, are about half a day's travel to the town. What are you doing as you're traveling?
I mean, we're all halflings, so it's going to take a bit longer to get there. Okay.
I don't think we're all.
Well,
At least 3 of us are.
Yeah, at least 3 of you are.
Oops, all halflings.
Yeah, we're, I mean, absolutely riding ponies for sure.
Dwarf ponies, though.
Dwarf ponies, very small.
and then I, as a human, have a regular-sized horse.
Still riding the
Really,
dwarf
it's a
pony.
slow horse.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
a-
the oldest horse in the farm.
I'm a half elf, so I probably also have a normal sized horse.
That's just the slowest horse. 2 slow horses.
Very
3
slow horse.
small ponies.
So you guys may have worked together before, but you are all aware of kind of how these missions go. You go, do the job, come home, and get paid. And in this case, it's just kind of solve a mystery or solve what happened to Silverbrook.
Sounds good.
A few hours go by, and you guys are on this trail, and I want some perception checks. So, and also, what's the marching order? Who's on first? What's on second?
I'll take like rear guard.
I think Thickules could take the front.
Okay.
All right, then I'll second.
I'm kind of just moseying in the center and not really taking
Same.
any sort of pace.
Okay. Cool. All right. What
I just
are
got an 11 perception.
11. Okay.
Oh shoot!
What roll for
Perception.
Just D20.
Just the D20, yeah. And then you're gonna add your perception to that.
Starting out strong, rolled a 2, got
Nice.
an 8 total.
I got a 4.
4. Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay.
20, not natural.
20, not natural. So
Area
Thickules
20.
and Brutus, because you guys are at the front of the group here, you hear first rustling in the brush, and then a large blackish brown figure sprint across the path and disappear into the other side of the wood. You also hear behind you a little bit of rustling in the brush, but as you turn around, you don't see anything.
Full draw my bow.
The other 4 of you don't hear or see this stuff. The other 3. I'm good at math today. Other 3.
Everybody, we have I think we have some guests. They might be in the bushes, in fact.
Did anyone see that? Was it a bear? That was a bear.
I
I fire absolutely blindly into the bush.
You okay? Roll a hit.
No disadvantage, Chris?
Just a hit.
Dirty 20.
Jesus Christ.
20.
So as you fire blindly, here actually. Okay. As you fire blindly, you hear a very, very loud yelp, and then more brush in the distance.
I just shout, "Come on out! Come on out!"
And you don't hear anything.
I just look to the rest of the group and go,
Okay.
I investigate. How do I investigate?
With an investigation check. What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
This thing in the bushes.
So it started to run off in the opposite direction.
Oh, so it's gone. But I can
Yeah,
tell
I mean,
that it's gone.
it could be gone. Yeah. If you want to look for something like tracks or whatever, you could do a survival check.
Yeah, I'll do that. And that's also just a d20 plus survival?
Yep.
Okay, 9 plus 6, so 15.
Okay. Yeah, you see a large as you go over near the trees and near the brush. You see a bit of blood splatter on the ground.
Good job.
You see
Good job, Nick.
some large footprints that are kind of pushed in mud. And you see probably a 5-foot wide crack in the brush and bushes, and then nothing past that.
I just shot. Do you see my arrow back there?
Yeah, I tell everybody else, and I have them all come over if they're down.
Oh, for sure.
I also wanted to grab my shot arrow.
Yeah, and if Nick's arrow's there, I want to pick it up for him.
It is. It's not there.
Okay.
The arrow is not there.
What's Nick's character's name again? Sorry, I can stop saying Nick.
Havelock.
Oh yeah.
Avalok?
Is that in the chat? Or is that
It's.
in
It's not.
the? Oh yes, it is.
I see it. Sorry.
Oh, it's on the screen. Yeah.
Yep, I got it.
All right. No worries. Is it since he's calls it out, I'll go over and look. Can I do a survival check to see if it's if I can recognize what kind of blood it is? Like if it's humanoid or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, at this point he's shown you all everything over there, so you can see it.
Just 11 flat is what I got.
Can Clara make a look since she has use a medicine check to see if she can identify it at all?
Sure. Yeah.
Is it would I be able to do a survival check as well, or animal handling?
So because we've already made 3 survival checks, I'd say you can
Gotcha.
you can help Nick's survival check, and he can
Sure.
roll a second one as a help action.
Yeah, there we
go. Clara wanted to do a medicine check as well, so I'd say that's fine.
My
Yeah,
second
so-
was worse.
13 plus 6 for an 18.
Okay.
Or 19. Sorry, math.
You see that this blood has coagulated pretty quickly, but you've seen human blood before, and it looks fairly similar.
She just tastes it just to make sure.
Gross.
Yum, iron.
Cool.
Does she have a taste for human meat or animal meat, or?
She's not that fleshed out. She might.
Brutus is disgusted, turning green. Dead ass had to turn around. And also, while they're doing that, can Brutus tell where the tracks went?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
But so they, like I said, the brush is kind of broken and cleared, and then after that, the tracks and everything kind of disappear.
Oh, so we can't follow him.
I mean, you can if you want, but
Yeah.
you might get lost.
Mm,
Do we have a
I'm
ranger?
down to follow him.
No. I just sling my bow and I hop back on my pony, and I'm like, "We got a job to do, y'all. Let's get out."
Oh, is that a thing? Do we all actually have ponies?
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, they supplied horses for you guys. Fuck it, why not?
Half horse will travel.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm back on the horse too.
You said half horse will travel?
There you go.
Yeah, so you guys continue on. And as you reach the town of Silverbrook, you notice that it is fairly quiet for a town this size. While it's not, anything to write home about, it's larger than a lot of some of the villages that you passed on your way here. And it's filled with, as far as you can see so far, elves. There's some people walking around.
Is it like an elven town?
Yeah.
We all just kind of turn to Clara. Sounds like your territory.
Clara is nervous because she's a half elf, and sometimes elves are mean to her.
They don't like you because you're a half.
I'm
You're
a
mudblood.
mudblood, yes.
They literally don't even look at us halflings. So
Yeah, you guys just kind of.
And the one human.
Yeah. That's funny. There's 3 halflings and a human and a half elf. That's funny.
What were we told? Just go here, see what happened. Like we don't even know what happened.
There's been some disappearances, some murders.
Gotcha.
And then it all came to a head when the leader of the town, whose name I created and wrote down, Vanner and Oakhart, had something placed on his doorstep.
All right, Brutus walks over to the closest one of the elves that's close to us. I'm assuming they're right next to us.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna ask them where this guy lives. What was his name? The head of the town.
Vanner and Oakhart.
Yeah. Hey, you know Panner and Oakhart? Where does he live at?
Where's he looking for?
I say with my chest too. Like I say, big confident. Like on my horse and shit. Like looking down on him.
At eye level because it's
Yeah,
taller.
so technically it would be eye level. Yeah. Since
Yeah. So he points you kind of shakily up to the center of the town, and as you look, the town, it's on a little hill, but it kind of spirals up to the center.
it looks like Dracula's something, bro. Are you shaking? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't sound good.
Good.
Well, none of us have really slept, but I'm
Why?
Why is that?
And he kind of looks around a little bit. I mean, do you know about what's been going on here at all?
No.
And he kind of crouches down a little bit. And
Kind of why we were sent here.
Oh, you were sent here.
I pull out a flask and I unscrew it and I hand it to him.
Okay. And he grabs it and he sniffs it a little bit. He's like, he takes a little
Yeah,
bit.
man, you had that on the whole trip over and you didn't share?
Hey man, it was a long ride. All right.
But he when you say that you guys are here to help and look into things, he kind of perks up a little bit. And he says, well, we've had, some murders and some, not so good stuff, and some of my friends were taken, and I don't know what to do, and he kind of like shrugs a little bit, and you see that he's very, very lanky. He's like, can't do much.
Fear not, citizen, for we are here to help.
Because I am here.
I am here.
It is I, Thicules.
I think Clara with this whole group is just sort of like melting a little bit. She doesn't quite know how to engage with all the personalities.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Havelock reaches for his flask back, gets it, feels it, and goes, it's empty. He just goes, shrugs, puts it back on his belt. It's like, go to bed, please, says to the elf.
Okay. And he just kind of keeps going. He like waves. Okay. He waves you guys off as he goes.
Havelock looks at Bart and is like, "You drink all my fucking booze. I hate this town."
At least we know it's not a dry town.
That's fair. The Silverbrook is agave tequila.
It was built in the 1800s.
Yes, absolutely.
by Senor Jose Cuervo.
Yes.
Oh,
It's all canon.
Dream got shut down.
Unless anyone else has something they want to do, let's start walking towards the like spiral thing towards what's his name's house.
Yeah.
I don't know, Nick. Do you need to refill your flask or something? Like, is there a club we can go to? A bar?
I just go, I got multiple. This was just one. I said he drank all my booze. I was lying.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're situated. Have a luck.
Yes. I'm always prepared. Scout's honor.
Okay.
Charles Honor just shot somebody in the bushes. It's like the rule number 1 of like hunter safety.
Don't shoot.
Don't-
Like, don't be very unsafe with a bow and arrow. Always have enough liquor.
Shoot first, ask questions later. You know,
Yeah.
people
That's
are
how it
dying here
is.
left and right. And we're just gonna shoot randos in the bushes. Sounds great.
On my honor, I will shoot the bushes.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Walking.
Yeah, I would say the only other thing is Clara might look for like a temple or something where they would like keep the bodies to talk to somebody, but I think we should talk to the other guy first.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys make your way up to the top of the town. You see more of these elves just kind of look worn out and tired. As far as you guys can tell, nobody seems injured or hurt or anything like that. They just seem tired and beat, stressed, even anxiety is high. But yeah, so you make it up to the largest building on the top of the hill. And it's not, it's not too much larger than one of the regular size homes here. But you can tell he has a little bit more to do with. So, yeah, there's no guards or anything, but what do you guys do?
Knock on the door.
Knocking on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Hello?
You knock on the door, and as you knock, an older elf opens the door. And for elves to be old, they got to be fucking old, right? So he opens the door and looks at you guys and says, "Hello."
Hello, we are here to fix your town's problem. We've been sent here, but we don't know what's wrong, so tell us, please.
Oh, okay. Where are you from? Are you the wizard people?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
The
good.
Wizards of the Coast sent us, yeah.
Wizards of the Coast.
We can't say that. We can't say that on stream. Come on.
Oh, I meant.
I'll cut it in post. I'll cut it in post.
We're the goddamn wizard people.
We're the goddamn wizard people.
The warlocks of the shore.
That's just a bunch of Jersey Shore, like
Oh god.
the situation warlocks.
Every
the
time they
sorcerers
fist
of the
bump.
beach.
Oh god. Can we?
They signed the warlock.
Snooky.
I'm gonna pause this real quick. Can we do a one shot where we do the warlocks of the shore? The warlock shore.
I mean,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Oh man.
We're gonna
Each of
have
us
to
have
now.
personality based
Be
on-
doing the whole time. We'll be talking like this, like
Absolutely.
fucking assholes the
Like a
entire
mother.
time. From
You
strong
fucking
guys.
asshole.
You fucking chicken lick my pussy outside of Macy's.
Let's go.
This is a quote from Mob Wives.
Go birds.
Go birds.
Jesus. But anyway, so he looks at you and he
Gosh.
pulls you in, and you see sitting there is another elven man, who is kind of holding his head in his hands, and he's rubbing his temple, and he said, "Who is it? Who's here?" And the older elf says, "Vandarin, it's the people you called for, the ones." And he looks up, and he looks more drained than anybody you've seen outside. And he kind of just does that, and sits at a fairly long wooden table, and beckons you guys to sit down.
I want to eye them up and be like, is this actually just like exhaustion, or is there some kind of like magical effect happening? What should I?
What's your Arcana skill? Like what's
3.
your? Okay, you can. Well, okay, yeah, you can roll for it.
Can I help him? Because I also have +3 and
Sure.
proficiency.
17.
17, and that's with advantage.
Yes.
You can tell that it's there is some sort of magic, but you can't tell exactly what it's doing. If you could pinpoint anything, it's not necessarily that it's making them tired, but there is some sort of effect.
Um,
Can he tell if it's affecting us? Actually, never mind. I don't know. Brutus doesn't know.
I'm just gonna sit down across from him and go. We have scant details about what's been happening here, but have you felt bad for a long time, or is this new? And by you, I mean like everybody seems to be feeling pretty bad.
And he kind of looks up at the older gentleman and looks back and says, "Well, I mean, when you go through what we've gone through in the past couple weeks, I think we're all feeling kind of bad."
How many townsfolk have you
And
lost?
this is my second flask.
He takes you pass it down the table. He takes a swig, and passes it back, and he doesn't drink all of it. But
I get in on that. I try to grab it halfway through.
He looks at Clara, and says, "In the past few weeks, we've found 3, and lost a few more."
Are there any similarities between the people that you've found or have been missing? Are they arcane? Are they religious? Are they old, young?
They're just here. They're just here, and it seems as though anybody can be taken, or anybody can be hurt, or anybody can be killed. And just kind of he shakes his head, and he looks at you, and just kind of sighs a little bit and says, "You won't believe me if I tell you. We
I fully expect we will."
And he sighs again and says, I think it's werewolves. I think it's werewolves.
Why do you think it's werewolves?
Because we've seen something large and clawed and hairy, and it wasn't a bear.
Was it your mother-in-law?
It
Yes.
she's dead, I think.
The legendary Bigfoot.
No Sasquatch.
No Sasquatch.
You know what? You're right. I don't believe this one bit. Show me proof.
We're all werewolf deniers.
Would it be possible to look at the bodies of the people that have been murdered to try to glean some more information, or are they already buried?
We've buried them, but you can.
I
I guess we
believe it.
haven't buried all of them. There might be one out. Well, we can go look.
We need to
and
exhume the
talk to-
bodies.
We can talk to the graveskeeper and check. But
We could speak with the dead, since I have that spell.
There you go.
you could
Exhume
speak
the
with the
bodies.
dead.
We need a court order.
I'll look at him and I say, something came upon our party in the woods. We didn't get a good look at it, but I threaded it with an arrow. No one took any of the blood or anything, did they?
Clara checked it. Would you have taken
And-
any? Oh,
and
she
licked it.
tasted it.
I did taste it. No, I don't. I mean, I don't think she collected it. I think she was just checking to make sure it wasn't I don't know, anything weird.
Gotcha. So like you do when you find blood.
Yeah. Right.
Does consuming the blood of a
Yes,
werewolf
man.
turn you into a werewolf?
I flick a silver coin at
Is
Clara.
it like zombies?
Let me Google.
I didn't know if it was
Does-
just a
She
licking-
fully does and is and pretends that she's being affected. And it's just what the fuck, man?
I'm like, "Ah, ah." And then he just looks at you and it's like,
It's on site.
So Google says no. But no, I don't. I think you would have to be bitten. I think it would have to be a venom type thing where you get bitten. At least in my head canon right this second.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Um,
Kill
We
'em
weren't
all!
finding zombies.
fucking zombies.
Yeah.
Before we go, I want to ask Vanderin if there's anything else suspicious that he's noticed, like what time of day they're happening, presumably the nighttime. anything else weird that he doesn't think we'll believe that he wants to tell us.
So he just says, yeah, it's been at night. I woke up to a head the other day, and that was fun. So,
You woke up to a head? Like you found, like a head was in your...
Like how we all have heads? One of those, yeah.
I'm familiar.
I do
Like
have
in
a head.
your bed?
Like an elven head, yeah. But I don't...
It seems kind of ableist towards the headless, like against the headless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these werewolves aren't exactly 2021 safe, I would say.
Is it every night or only once a month on the full moon?
It's not every night, but it's more frequent than full moons.
Then it's not a werewolf, probably.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's like lying or hiding anything?
Sure.
Only a 12.
You think he's telling you the complete truth and nothing but the truth.
So,
What about his old elven man? I don't trust that guy for a second.
I mean, you can ask him a question and roll some insight and see, I guess.
That's
But
fine.
okay.
Fuck around and find
I mean, I
out.
got a 12. I feel like this is fine.
Okay. But yeah, so if you guys are done there, he'll lead you to where the bodies are held, or where they are before they get buried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So he takes you, and the older elf is left behind. But he brings you not exactly to where you entered the town, but a little bit down to the left. And just kind of opens the door, and immediately there's like a stench of death and disgusting. And you see another elf wearing one of the plague masks. And you see Vanarin cover his mouth and nose and starts to walk in as well.
Clara has the little like nose things that they wear at like crime scenes, and she starts handing them out to everybody.
Cool. Everybody puts them in. Yeah, you smell minty fresh. I don't know if there's a scent on them, but that's what you get, minty fresh. And you see,
It's Orbit gum.
it's Orbit gum.
I love it. Sugar free.
As you enter, you see more than just well, I guess you don't see a dead body at all, but you see a couple of different animal bodies, animal parts, stuff like that. Nothing creepy in a way, if that makes sense. Like, you know how I guess you think of murderers having animal parts everywhere? Nothing like that. It's, it's probably scientific, if anything.
Your normal everyday animal parts.
Your normal everyday animal parts.
Run of the mill, regular.
So Clara walks up to the presumably mortician or coroner or whatever, and asks if she can look at the bodies of the most recent victims.
You see them kind of look over to Vanarin, and Vanarin nods, and they just kind of pull you and push back a curtain, and you see several empty, just wooden coffin boxes. And then they pull one out and look over at Thicules and says, or Thicules and Brutus, and says, "Can you grab this for me?"
Well, of course.
Yeah. And you guys pick up the box, put it on the table. They open it, and you see just kind of a figure. The face is fairly mauled in, and the body is somewhat torn. But it's mostly been cleaned up, so there's not like blood splatter everywhere or anything like that. It looks like they're wearing some newish clothes.
Havelock leans over and kind of inspects it pretty close, and then he just turns to the group and says, "Looks like he was all bite and no bark." Yeah!
And that's the stream. Somebody clip that.
Thanks everybody for coming out.
Intro montage.
Bye. We all died.
Okay, thank you. That's my time.
And TPK. Yeah, yeah.
So far to kill.
And everybody was well the whole time. It was right there.
Also, while I have it paused, thank you, Cursed Gold 55 for the follow. For some reason, it didn't pop up on the screen, but it says on my side thing that you did. So cool. Thanks. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Nick,
So Clara wants to do like a medicine check or an investigation and see if she can glean any sort of information off of this body.
Okay. Yeah, roll medicine check.
18 plus 6, 24.
Okay. Yeah, you start inspecting this body and you're pulling down the shirt and you're, looking where some teeth should have been, and probably where an eye socket would have been. So first, the plague doctor, I'm just going to call him the plague doctor. That's not what he actually is, but that's what he's wearing. Just kind of scoffs and says, "You don't think I've already checked this body? I do my
Claire
job
just puts
here."
her hands up. She just puts her hand up like, I'm looking. Fuck off, sir.
Hey, man, she's looking.
And
Fear not, citizen, for she is looking.
Yeah,
And
dude,
I
he's
hand
looking.
him my flask.
And he looks at it a little bit, looks back up at you. Roll a persuasion check.
Who? Me? Who?
No,
One.
Havelock.
Oh, okay, I got a +2. So. 5.
He just kind of pushes it away and looks at Vanner and says, "Vanner, what?" And Vanner just says, "Leave us." And he goes, "Okay."
You couldn't drink it anyways, wearing that dumbass mask.
And he just kind of sulks out.
My mask isn't dumb.
That's what he said. "I like my mask. I made it myself."
My mask this makes me smell potpourri instead of corpses.
Cool. So yeah, Clara, you are checking out the body, and you see that it has tears like animal markings, but they look very precise. You said you got a 22, right?
24.
24. Yeah, so they look very, very precise and not as though an actual animal did these things.
Does it look like claws or does it look like a blade?
Claws.
Or
Claws.
claws. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's what I meant when I said animal like. Yeah, so much more like claws.
Okay. Well, I mean, unless somebody thinks of something else. Maybe I look at Vannerin and ask, where are the bodies usually found? Are they everywhere? Where are they usually taken?
And what time?
Yeah.
So he says at night. We found them at night, and that's outside their houses, down the street. It just where they are. Nobody's brought them to us except for the head, and that's it.
Is
Does
this
anyone
like
heard anything?
Does this happen every night?
No, it doesn't happen every night. It's happened a few times over the past few weeks and months, but like I had already said.
So
Has anyone heard anything, or is it always just find the body?
It's usually find the body, but that's yeah. There's the one left at my doorstep, and he does this to signify that there's a head in his hand. But
Whose head is that?
not an actual head, not an actual. He's like holding up the.
No, I know, but like, whose head was it?
The real head. Whose was it?
Oh, it was Tehila. What did I write? Tehila Farm. Tehila is the name, not tequila. God damn it. Okay, hold on.
Tila to Ela?
Because we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Miakalin, whatever the fuck, doesn't matter. Miakalin.
Sounds made up.
So what was the
Somebody made
name
it
of
up.
the person that is not ahead that we've been looking at?
This is Kiastra.
And what were their roles in this here town? Did they have jobs? Did they have families?
Kiastra was a baker. Miakalin was a gardener. They didn't
Baker
do anything.
and a gardener.
Nothing
Much
bad.
Perplexing. Where
Do
on
any-
the case?
Do any
Are the
members of the
victims of it-
aristocracy go missing, or is it just sort of the more blue collar folks?
If we want to say aristocracy and noble, that's if it has to be anybody, that's just me. We're not rich here. We just live our lives.
Poor elves. Suspicious.
Very suspicious.
So then I'm gonna look at the group. I'm gonna say we can talk to this body if you want to, but it kind of, we can ask it 5 questions, and I would want to know what you guys want to know.
I think that's very valuable.
I agree. We haven't figured out what the best place to get a beer is in this town, and that's a travesty. Please ask it.
We should take a poll.
What's your perfect Sunday breakfast?
Oh man, where's the best brewery?
Yeah, where's the best brewery?
Okay, so I think, what does the assailant look like? Maybe
Yes.
any. I don't really know what all to ask.
Well, you don't have to
Ask him
ask
if it
5
happens
questions.
every night.
What'd you say?
Ask him if it happens every night.
What were you doing when you were attacked?
Was there any feeling or thing that happened before you were attacked?
All right, so what we got? I know we got a couple questions. Who's on first? What's on second?
What was your snake?
What were you doing when you were attacked?
Okay, you guys
Were
want to
you
do?
were you able to fight back maybe, or like was it like instantly you were dead? Can't think of anything else.
Where's your favorite brewery?
Yeah. Where's the favorite brewery? Obviously.
Okay, so Clara is going to lean over. She's going to look at Brutus and Thicules and ask them to sit the body up a little bit so that it's not like laying flat. And then she's going to cast Speak with Dead. And as the body comes alive, she's going to say, Kiastra, I'm so sorry about what happened to you.
Oh,
We're here to help, and we're wondering if you would answer some questions for us about how you died.
you
go
hear a little bit. And a kind of a ghostly face forms over where the face is missing. Just for flavor. Just for flavor.
Yeah. Let's say, did you get by any chance see what your assailant looked like when you were attacked?
It was a werewolf, so
It was a werewolf.
it was
Okay.
it was a werewolf.
Ooh.
Claire's gonna look at the group and be like, I don't feel like the sass was necessary, but cool.
The mayor looks over to us and is like, "Yeah, she kind of sucked."
Her bakery items were shit.
I made the
"Everything
best
was a
quiche."
day old. Always
The
shit.
best quiche.
And then I'm gonna ask her, did you have any strange feelings before you were attacked, or was it just a physical assault? Were you paralyzed or afraid or anything out of the ordinary?
I'm not going to do a voice, but she says that she was scared because there was this large looming creature over her. But then it was pretty quick, her death, as far as she can remember.
Okay. And what were you doing when you were attacked?
Walking home. She had just closed up the bakery and started heading home.
Were there any other witnesses around, or were you by yourself completely?
As far as she can remember, she was by herself.
Okay. And were you able to fight back at all?
I dropped my rolls, and then I dropped like a sack of flour.
Okay. I'll say thank you, and then we'll lay her back down.
Brutus says,
about
"Wait,
the
does it
brewery?"
happen every night?"
She's like, doesn't happen every night. Oh, damn, she's gone.
She says, "I'll answer one more." No.
You forgot to ask about the breweries.
Oh, my bad. I'll look at Vannerin and be like, where's the good brewery, man?
He says it's the only tavern in town. The Silver Mug. Silver Mug. That's what it's called.
Havelock just goes, I need a refill. And he pulls out his 4 separate flasks that are now empty.
And you hear,
So is
yeah!
everything silver here? Is that the theme?
That's the theme. That's the theme.
Not
So-
to pass judgment, but it seems like you guys are extremely prepared to fight werewolves
Yeah.
with all this silver.
You could say that it was as though this is how our lives were written an hour and a half ago.
The sass from these people is just outrageous.
Honestly, I'm not sure I want to help them.
Werewolves, you know how to deal with that. Come on.
Fully. You got, hey, you got all you need. It was right here all along in your heart.
Never justice served by Thickules and the gang.
So
Let's just fully kill this town, go full on the side of the werewolves, and just like eat all these elves.
And
Yo,
drink the
that would be
brews.
fucking twist.
So we just go back to Wizards Trading Company and be like,
I don't know what happened. They all just kind of died.
It's like, oh, I don't know. Ugh.
Oops. And then, oh wait, is that a full moon? We are now werewolves. That was
Well, then, I don't know. We could go to the Silver Mug and regroup. I kind of think we should wait until dark and try to, like, catch one.
Get him.
Kill it? I don't know.
He brings you to the tavern as you guys are talking, and tells the Cursed Gold is official. He would die for Thickules. Just so you know. He brings you to the tavern and tells the barkeep to let you all have a room, stay the night. And before he goes, he just tells you to be safe, and he walks out.
Yo, so who's down to stand watch tonight and look out for werewolves?
Havelock will. For sure.
And
Alright.
so will
Yeah.
Thickules.
I'll stay up and check out what's going on.
For sure.
Are we gonna do this in shifts?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should.
Who's doing what?
Not first shift. First shift on me, on the house.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And then I'll take second.
It's mighty kind of you.
Cool.
I'll
Alright.
join the other halfling on the second.
So let's actually take a second before we continue. Honestly, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I think this is a good spot to pause real quick. But we will be right back. And if you guys want, I'm gonna mute it. But you guys can talk amongst yourselves what you want to do.
Cool.
And we'll all be right back. Also, Cursed Gold is a ma'am, sir. So she will die for Thickules. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, we're back. Oh, did I? Hold on. What did I do? Okay, yeah, we're back. I on the Be Right Back screen. I thought I had my microphone on there, and I did not. So anyway, what the fuck were we doing? Oh, you guys were in the tavern, getting your drink on, figuring out who's doing watches. Who's taking first watch?
Me?
And me.
So 3 of you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was pointing at Chris's window.
Oh, yeah. So on mine, it's So on the Discord, he's all the way to the left, but on here, he's to my right. So I have. Anyway, doesn't matter.
So it clearly didn't work.
So Thicules and Brutus, go ahead and both of you roll perception checks for me.
No, it's me and then Thicules and then Havelock. Right?
Yes. Well, I was gonna go second, but that's fine too. Either way.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Chris, roll a perception.
Okay, I'm on it. Ooh, a not 20.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot make
you
it up.
You found and killed the werewolf.
You found and
GG.
ate the werewolf, and you became the werewolf now.
All
You
with my
ate his
eyes.
heart. You became his soul. It was a thing.
It was like
So
Dragon's
technically-
Dogma. You killed him, and then you became him.
Underworld Rise of the Lycans.
Yeah, you keep watch outside. How many of you are there? There's 5.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see people walking by. You don't hear anything out of the ordinary. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, and your time as watch is up. Thicules.
All right, cool. I'm like Thicules. I'm going to sleep.
Oh boy. So I have increased perception. So I rolled a nat 1 and a 3 on the D4. But it's still a nat 1, so it ends up being a total of 6, but nat 1. So
Thicules gets taken by the werewolves and still doesn't know what's happening.
Fully kidnapped.
So Thicules, you get taken by the that would be a good way to get you guys there.
I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for werewolves.
yeah, go ahead, take me away.
Thicules, you don't think you hear or see anything out of the ordinary. You just see normal, I guess, midnight time-ish shit for a weird elven town. Who's next?
I'm next.
Okay.
I think we were
Don't worry,
sharing
this
the
town
watch.
is safe as nails.
Safe as nails.
Yeah. I feel like Thicules just says things sometimes.
What am I rolling? Perception?
Perception.
Just a 9.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you, after about 20 minutes into your shift, you think you see something out of the corner of your eye to the right, but as you go to look to your right, you hear a scream to your left. You can't tell exactly where to your left, but yeah.
I rouse everyone pretty quickly and scamper off to see what the hubbub's all about.
So you wake everybody up. It takes a couple minutes. When you run back into the tavern, run back out, and you start to head over to where you thought you heard the scream. Roll a survival check.
All of us?
No, just Havelock, to see if you can see any sort of tracks or markings that would lead you.
Can I help him? Because I'm proficient in that.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So that just means he rolls with advantage.
Oh, okay. I don't do it.
I rolled 2 14s.
Okay. Yeah, after a couple of minutes of kind of going in the direction that you thought you heard the scream from, you come to an alleyway and just barely see a body slumped against a house.
I run over to it.
Can I cast Spare the Dying on it?
Yeah, you can. As you run up to it, you see that it's reaching out, touching me, touching you, and you spare the dying on it, and he just kind of goes and leans back.
Cool. So it's at least stable. They're at least stabilized. I don't know.
You see there is still blood coming out of their neck, and dripping down, but it looks like it was a huge gash, and now it's kind of healed over a little bit.
Are you good, dude? Are you okay?
He is unconscious.
I want to see if there's like a visible trail to like follow the assailant.
Okay. One more survival check with advantage, since you guys have already found this body and everything.
Okay.
And it wasn't too long since.
Ooh, hell yeah. 19.
19. Yeah. So you, as you're looking around, you see a trail leading off into the woods. You see this trail of blood. It looks like a mixture of blood. You can tell some of it is from the guy that was slit, and the other is something else. And you see some tufts of fur as well. And as you look, you see in this guy's hand, he has a knife and also a tuft of fur grasping it.
What time is it?
Hemlock kind of does that like slow nod, just kind of like whatever. He looks at Bruce and he goes, "He put up a fight," stating the obvious in a cool, badass kind of way.
What time is it?
It's probably a little past midnight.
All right.
Has
goes
this
down.
happened like multiple times? Does this happen every night? You think?
Who's down to go into the woods after this thing?
Let's find this beast and slay
Let's
it.
do it.
Yeah. All right. We start going in the woods.
All right, you guys just leave this body there. And you
It's
chase
not.
after?
It's stabilized. Fine. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I will waste a spell slot on this random NPC.
You don't have to.
And I
It was
We could
just a
get
question.
help. We could tell the bartender. He must
Okay.
be away.
Also, I feel like we're forgetting that he said the wound has already healed a little bit.
Well, Spare
So
the
if
Dying
the wound is
stabilizes them.
infected,
So, like, they are not going to die. It's just a question of whether or not we leave them unconscious sitting out here, or I use a level 1 slot to heal them.
Or we get somebody from the town to help them out.
Hey,
That's
shit, I
literally bang on the
dragging-
nearest door and be like, "Help him," and then go.
yeah, I'm dragging him into the bar right now. Dragging his ass in.
You drag him a couple minutes back to the bar, and you throw him in. Yeah.
Someone help him, and then I'm out.
And you see
Hurry.
a couple drunks.
Symbol and is like running away. Like, please don't look at me and don't expect me to be the one that helps them because I am hoarding my spells. Thank you.
Fully, there's just a dude doing fantasy karaoke. He's like, "On a dark desert highway, oh god!"
And you see him come down with the wooden fake microphone that he has, and he picks up the body and he does the burning with it, and he brings it up to the stage, and everybody's
Real
drunk,
cold.
and they
It's
love
not.
it.
It's not a body. It is stabilized.
Sorry. The surviving
Person.
body.
Thank you.
He's in a coma. He's hardcore in a coma.
Yeah, so they're dancing with him, and you guys run out after the
Brutus is in utter disbelief and freaking vomits.
We're the only dance move you can think of.
Yeah, these guys are doing the Bernie with a bleeding that's in a coma. So Brutus vomits.
Fine. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him so he can at least enjoy the fun. Okay.
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds on him, and he's
Regains 11 hit points. Presumably he's a villager and has like 8. So
and that's all you can say right now is huh.
New dance move unlocked. Hell yeah.
that's the werewolf attack.
Brutus looks around to see if anyone noticed him vomit and then leaves.
Nobody noticed you vomit, but you
Yeah.
walk
Did
out.
the monster mash.
The werewolf fight. God damn it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys.
All right.
So you make
Let's
it out
run
after.
into the woods.
It takes a bit of time to follow where
Oh,
the
God.
trail leads. Eventually, there's no more of the guy's blood, but it's just pure werewolf blood, and it's a lot of it. Or sorry, animal-like blood. And there's a lot of it.
We know werewolves, but don't call us werewolves.
At least 2 people told you that it's werewolves.
Does it bleed every
It
night?
could be full of shit.
Does it bleed every night? No, it only bleeds for 5 days every month. That's
I was gonna say bleeds once a month.
Oh, I was gonna go there, and you took it. You took it.
Damn.
Anyway,
Jesus.
so you make it into the woods. And I want one more survival check from whoever's the most proficient with it, or whoever has the
It's
highest.
probably me. I have +6.
Yeah, I have +5.
definitely.
I was gonna, but you got it.
Can I do a help action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So Brutus can have advantage.
Okay, well, okay, so I get to roll again because the first one was a 2.
Yep. So an 8.
15 + 6, so 21. What's 9 + 10?
21.
Okay, yeah. You're able to easily track this blood trail. And eventually as you get further and further into the woods, the brush gets thicker, the trees are much more dense. But eventually you come out to a cave, a very, very large cave that looks like it was man-made. Possibly, it doesn't look like it's a natural formation.
Wolf
So
made.
Maybe wolf-made.
Wolfman.
All right,
Wolves are people too.
Can I like toss a pebble in there to see if it like echoes or something? See if it like dips
you
down.
like.
Yeah.
Maybe we should like.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Should we sneak in and try to get the drop?
See if
Brutus,
it echoes.
Brutus finds a hand-sized rock and throws it in there.
What is that fucking?
Hercules joins in the fun and also grabs a rock. Unbeknownst.
Oh
that
lord, I
this could
didn't
even
sign
be
up for
possibly a
this.
bad idea.
Clara just picks up rocks but doesn't throw them. She's like, should I?
Toss the pebble in there. Yup, sound works in here.
Well,
Mic check.
One, two.
yeah,
God
you
damn it.
throw some rocks down there, and
How many seconds deep is it?
Why? Okay, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
at least 10 seconds, you hear this very, very long cavern echo. And then as soon as the echo starts to dissipate, you hear more echoes coming back of growling and snarling. I mean,
Hey.
I don't know what was expected
Okay.
from that, but
So Clara's gonna cast Spiritual Guardian.
okay,
Yes.
cool. And you guys you're just gonna wait for them.
I'm gonna try to cluster in the middle so that, or like, people have as much like flexibility to move forward as possible and still be in the range. But
Hercules
I want to
takes the
hop
front,
up like on.
armed and ready.
Yeah, I want to kind of get like in some partial cover or something.
Okay. So
Pick up another rock.
some of you are centered in this little clearing before the cave, and then some of you are taking cover, and you see a few different things. First, you see some smaller, thinner werewolves run out, and they look fairly rabid and are sniffing around and immediately lock onto Clara. And they start to kind of do the thing that werewolves do that I'm doing, because that's what they do, I guess. Like they have like their crackles and whatever when they're doing full werewolf shit. And then you see a few more that are a little bit more cautious as they come out. And then you see one that is actually walking on its hind legs, coming out, and then two more behind that, that are kind of crouched close to the ground, but they're also walking on their hind legs.
Chris throws the rock.
Where do you throw the rock?
I don't know, the closest one to me.
You throw a rock at it. Roll
Do
the
I
hit.
hit?
I don't know. Roll the
Okay.
hit.
What is this? D20 plus anything?
Plus, let's say D4 for rock.
D4. Oh, D20 plus D4?
Yeah. No, so I'm sorry. D20 to hit, and then D4 is going to be the damage if you hit.
Okay, well, I rolled a natural 6, so I don't know if I add anything to that.
Your strength modifier.
Sorry, Chris, I didn't catch. How many are like the scrawny ones? How many scrawny ones are there?
So it's 2, then 2, then 1, then 2. So for a total of 7.
9. So 9 for the D20 roll, and then the D4 was 1.
Yeah,
if I did.
So you miss. But they start to lock onto you as well. And you hear from the main one. Let's see if I could do a weird, deep voice, werewolf voice. That's what he sounds like. Yeah, fuck it. That's what he sounds like. I'm a werewolf.
Perfect.
Calm down, Frankenstein.
So you just throw rocks? That's what we're doing tonight? You're just gonna throw rocks?
Listen, man, you gotta stop eating villagers.
Clara throws her
Fight
rock.
me, you.
Clara throws a rock.
But you gotta quit it, or I'm gonna have to shoot you with a bow and arrow, like a real dick.
It was an 18.
Do you throw it at the one that's standing?
Yeah.
The main one? Okay. Yeah, you... Hey, I'm a werewolf. Getting that tattooed across my chest. That's the only tattoo that anybody should ever get. Hey, I'm a werewolf. Hey!
Hey.
Hey, this is what a werewolf sounds like. Hey, I'm a werewolf.
Hey,
Hey,
Don't throw rocks at me.
I'm a werewolf.
You should have done a full like George Costanza.
That sounds like something that like a UFC fighter would have like tattooed across their chest.
Yes. Hey, I'm a UFC fighter.
Hey, I'm a UFC fighter. Also a werewolf.
800.
That's how he's gonna talk now. That's how he's gonna talk. All right.
The second you said the dude at karaoke did the Bernie, I was like, the plot's over. We're done now. Goddamn whole session's over.
I didn't know how else to explain it. You know. Well, okay. He did the Bernie.
Okay, so if my rock hit, it did 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it hit.
Fuck that guy. Hopefully, just a little, like, you know, I want him to have a cut over his eye.
Yeah, you hit him right above the eye, and as Curse Gold says, the werewolf then says, "You just gobbled your last ghoul," because apparently he's Tony Soprano.
Clara's like, I'm gonna boop you on the nose with a, I don't know, a newspaper, even though people don't really do that because you're a bad dog.
Because people don't read the newspaper anymore. What year is it?
All right, so this went from semi-serious to funny. I wanna dial it back into a little bit of serious now.
Okay.
I know it's a little late, but so you hit him in the eye with your rock, and he kind of howls. Ah! I know it's a weird voice, but so then he says, "Well, let's attack." I'm trying. All right. I just said let's make it serious again, but now I gotta.
Let's get them, boys.
I don't know what to say.
Let's get them, boys.
My man, you simply must stop eating villagers. If you agree to do that, we're gone.
My guy.
Bullshit, we're killing this guy.
Do you guys want to talk it over? Because there's more of us than you.
They're not even eating the villagers, they're just killing them. I think we should kill them, but whatever.
Thickules just goes, "Come at us, wolves! I'm thick."
Yeah.
That's his whole catchphrase. Been waiting the whole day.
Hey, just before we get started, did I hit one of you with an arrow like yesterday afternoon?
And you see one of the ones in the back look down at his leg, and you see an arrow still sticking out of it.
Man, take it out and dress the wound.
No, I'm not a bitch. And then you see him start to kind of limp towards you, as though he's gonna attack you. I tried for a very, very hot second.
Okay, we're serious.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. The vibe was changed. The vibe was changed.
The mafia werewolf, freaking mob boss.
You just threw your last rock. Fuck it. Let's roll for initiative. Are you guys gonna try to keep talking to them or no?
No.
We're gonna fucking kill them. Also, keep in mind that if they enter into my zone, they have to make a wisdom saving throw, or else they take damage.
Yep.
Don't let me get in my zone.
Don't let me get in my zone.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative. I'm gonna roll a couple for them, and you guys roll yours. Don't tell me what it is until I ask, because otherwise I will forget, and I'll ask you again, and I don't want to have to do that. So.
You guys are not going to believe what my initiative is.
I bet it's a 20. I bet it's a natural 20.
You won't believe what mine is, though.
I bet it's also a natural 20.
You guys will probably not believe what my initiative is.
I bet it's also a natural 20. All right.
I bet you'll believe what mine is.
I bet it's not a natural 20. Let's go from 25 to 20.
I got a dirty 20.
I don't know how math works anymore. Hold on. What's your fucking name? Okay. All right. 20 to 15.
18.
Okay.
Oh no, did you guys get ones?
Wait until I tell you what mine is.
15 to 10.
Confession.
Woo. Okay. Here, hold on. Okay. I said 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
I got 7.
Good God.
Come on, man. I ain't no wizard.
Oh, I'm not hating on you. I'm hating on the other two that have apparently like a -4.
All right. Thickules and Brutus, what do you have?
0.
I also have 0.
Holy shit.
Oh.
You guys are
he's not thick with 2 C's, he's thick like
You throw it
thick in the fucking head.
And you have the audacity to roll a 0.
What did you guys roll?
Yeah, what's your initiative?
My initiative is -2, and I got a 2. So
My initiative is -1, and I got 1.
wild.
So here's what we're gonna do with that. You guys are just gonna miss your first turn. That fucking sucks.
That's very fair.
I you know, that sucks. That sucks so much.
You're probably like, these dudes aren't gonna fucking attack us.
Oh no, they actually did.
Oh no, these are the consequences of my own actions. Oh no, I threw a rock. Okay, yeah. So, first up is going to be that wolf leader, the larger one, and he's going to come after. Thickules. He's going to run up and charge at you.
How close are we together? Because I had said I kind of wanted to group up so that they were within my zone of spiritual guardians.
So, some of them said that they were going to be in cover, and I think you were the only one that was going to be in the center there. So.
No, I was definitely going to be in the middle as well.
Oh, okay. All right. So you said wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw, only a 14 to get half damage.
Okay. They're going to take full damage.
It's 9 points.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and so your guardians just attack it?
Yeah.
So he breaks through your guardians after taking a little bit of damage and runs up to Thickules and attacks you with his claws. Does a 15 hit?
No.
No. Okay.
Too thick.
AC too thick.
Too thick. Havelock, you are up.
AC with 3 C's.
Is there like a knot of them, like a knot of the enemies where they're kind of like standing near each other?
Yeah. So they were all kind of within the same, probably 10 feet.
Yeah! Okay, I do a burst shot, 2d6 force damage to all creatures within 10 feet of the target.
Oof.
Okay. Does it just automatically hit, or do they get a chance?
I got a roll to hit.
Okay.
Which was an 18.
Yeah, that hits. That hits all of them.
Awesome.
Wow.
Except for the leader, because he's not in that space anymore.
Okay, so the guy. Okay, so the centermost person, whoever that's going to be, is going to take the arrow damage as well. So 1d8 plus 2 is 9 damage, and then he'll take an additional 7 for 16 total, and then everyone within 10 feet of him will take 7 damage. We'll take like the 7 force damage.
Okay.
Havelock literally like scampered off to like the tree line when they came out of the cave, and he literally just like launches an arrow up arc, and then it like fragments, explodes. They get hit with a bunch of like wood shards and like force from the explosion.
Okay. And what did the first ones take? You said
he took 16 total. Everybody else within 10 feet took 7.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. And are they pushed away at all or anything?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just force damage. Let me check. 2d6 force damage to all creatures within 10 feet.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. Anything else?
Do I get 2 attacks? Let's see. I get I have an action surge, so I'm just gonna take it now as well.
Okay.
How close is the closest dude?
It's probably the leader, because he's the one that moved up. I'd say probably within 20 feet, 25 feet.
I'm gonna action surge, and then I'm gonna like put my bow across my back. I'm gonna reach down to my belt. I pull out a fucking bullwhip, like Indiana Jones style, and I'm gonna try and like grapple him with the whip from a distance.
Okay.
Brutus stands in the background and he's like, "Yeah, get him, yeah."
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, get him.
Like
stuff. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. So I've never actually used a whip in the game or tried to do anything.
I don't know if it can actually grapple or anything like that. I was just kind of assuming it would. Like, why would you have a whip otherwise? You know?
Right. Yeah. Let's
You want to be
yeah, we'll say he has to just do a strength check to get out of it.
We don't know what kind of weird S&M stuff Havelock is into. That's just why Brutus assumed he was
Indiana Jones! Not Rihanna!
Next up is going to be... Oh, I'm sorry. How much damage does he take?
He takes 6 damage and is grappled in that.
Okay. Next up is going to be Clara.
I am going to walk over to the leader, and I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
So that's a 17 plus 6, so 23 to hit.
Yep.
And that will do 4d10 damage. Oh my god. Okay, I feel like I should take a picture. I got 2 10s, a 9, and a 2.
Ooh.
So that's
31.
31 points of damage.
Yes.
You muted. You muted. You muted. You muted. Megan.
I'm just taking a picture of it, but
Oh,
not
okay.
touching anything. So anyway, 31 points.
Career.
God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Well, you did 31 points of damage. Is that it? Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Wolf 2 is going to go. So these wolves are going to kind of break off a little bit in groups of 2, except for there's going to be one on its own. Did I do math right? I didn't do math right. Okay, hold on. I'll just put the last one at the end. Doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. Doesn't fucking matter. Okay. Cool. So Wolf 2 and 3 are going to go after what's your fucking name? Barton. And they're both gonna try to claw at you. I'd say everybody is probably gonna have to pass through this space to get everywhere else. So both of them fail.
If you want, we can just let the 9 points that we had from before stand for like the round, if that's easier. Or I
That
can roll it
is
at
so
the
much
time.
easier. Yeah. So dude, I don't know why I can't do math today. What is my deal? All right. So they both run up to Havelock. I'm sorry, not Havelock. Barton, and does a 16 and a 14 hit
Yep.
for both?
How close is Barton to me?
You, I mean, I'd say within 25 feet. We'll say everybody right now is within 30 feet of each other at this point.
Would you
just to
would you
keep it
say that
easy.
as adjacent? Probably not adjacent.
No, probably not.
Okay, never mind then. Sorry, I can't help you.
Oh, good.
Curse Gold says, "What do I have to do in order to cast guidance on Thicules?" So there is actually something you can do. Get us to affiliate by having all of your friends follow us, because we do use channel points to give our players bonuses or penalties. So thanks for asking. Literally, go get all of your friends right now to follow us, and then when Thicules plays again, you can give them points. How about this? How about this? You get 2 more people to follow us right now in like the next 5 minutes, and they'll have guidance for the rest of the game. How about that?
Oh,
Just
Wow.
2. Just 2 people. Anyway, so do you think I'm God? I know 2 people getting 2 people to follow a channel is rough.
Hard.
Anyways, so those 2 go to attack Barton. You're only going to take 7 damage. So they each claw at you. You should be level 6, so that shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, no, it's all. It hurt a little bit, but
The next 2 are going to go after Havelock. Let's see. 19 plus and 14.
Both of them hit.
Both hit. 14 hits.
You know what? No, the 14 doesn't hit. My AC is messed up.
Okay.
But yeah, the 19 hits for sure.
Okay. You're gonna take 6.
Cool.
Next up, it's gonna just be Wolf 6. Ooh, I'm sorry. The other 2 entered the space. 15 and 17.
Both pass, so they take half. It's your decision
So
whether you round up or round down.
We'll round up. It's fine. So, the next one's gonna also enter the space. 14. You said it has to be above 14.
14 wisdom, yeah.
So it is 14. So I'll give it to them. Okay. But anyway, that last one is gonna go for. I'm good at thinking. Brutus. And does a 17 hit? I don't think
Yes.
oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, my AC is 13.
Your AC's 13? That's not how I made that character. Oh, well. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Never mind. You're good. You're only going to take 4 damage. So, next up, though, is going to be Barton.
Hey. So how they're all kind of funneled into this one area, right?
I'd say everybody's within 30 feet of each other. And then there's trees and such. But you have 2 on you right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast. This is a 3rd level spell. I'm gonna cast Slow.
Slow.
Ooh.
Blowing the 3rd level right off the bat.
All right.
So you
What do they
alter
do?
time around up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube within range. Each target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell.
Okay.
If they're affected, their speed is halved, -2 to AC and Dex saving throws, and they can use reactions.
So it's going to affect everybody, you said, or just the 2 in front of you?
6 creatures within a 40-foot cube. So he was mostly focusing on the 2 in front of him, but it kind of bleeds into the others.
I'd say everybody would be affected. So.
But it's mostly a reaction to being hit by the 2. I guess in the timeline of things.
Gotcha. So only the 2 in front of you are affected by that. Everybody else rolled natural 17.
Nice.
So, yeah. So only the 2 in front of you. So what do they take?
Their target. There's no damage. But it's their speed is halved. Their AC is they take a -2 penalty to AC and Dex saving throws. They can use reactions. On their turn, they can either use an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Okay.
And it can't make more than 1 melee or range attack during its turn.
Okay. Cool. Very cool.
And it's a concentration spell for me for up to a minute.
Right. So if you take damage, you're gonna have to roll for that to make sure.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of like, oh, it's too much.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Anything else?
No, that was kind of my action. So.
Okay. Next up, we're gonna skip Thiculus.
Well, I guess can I like step back from them since they can't take reactions?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of like slowly back away.
And you see them try to start to claw at you, but they.
Yeah, it's just Matrix, but I'm just kind of moving in real speed.
Yeah. So Thiculus, Brutus, and Wolf 7, because I didn't write him down, they're gonna get their shit skipped because you guys got 0s, and I just didn't write Wolf 7 down. So we're gonna be back up to the leader. And the leader attacked Thiculus last time, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. They're gonna keep going at you.
Good.
This time they're gonna take 2 claw swipes, a natural 20, and then like a 13. Does that hit? 13.
The 20, obviously, yeah, but
Right.
not the 13.
Okay, cool. You're gonna take 12 damage.
Oh, wait, actually, wait, is shield? Yeah, shield's a reaction. Can I cast shield in reaction to that? Is that possible?
That gives you only +5 AC, but it was a natural 20, so it's a max success.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know what it equated to. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah. So yeah, shield is, I think it's +5 AC.
It is, yeah.
So, but on a natural critical.
That's why. Okay, gotcha.
But you're gonna take 12 damage. So
okay, that's not too bad.
From the 1 claw that hits you, it cuts pretty deep. Yeah, and that's all he's gonna do. Havelock, you're up.
I have a thing where I gain advantage on an attack as a bonus action when I'm motionless. So I'm gonna shift the whip from my right to my left hand.
Okay.
So I'm still holding it. Pull my rapier and slash the guy right next to me with advantage.
Okay.
Oh yeah. 18 to hit.
Yep.
For just 6 damage.
Okay.
Let me see if I have anything else. No, I did my whole thing. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, cool. And so spiritual guidance or spiritual spirit guardians, is that every turn that they are still in the thing too? Okay, so let me roll that again for the leader, just because I didn't. I'm bad at math. 13 does not make it, right?
Does not make it. So then I get to roll 3d8.
Jesus.
Oh. It's 21. It was 9 last time.
So it's 21 this time. Jeez. And yeah,
I
okay.
8 and 8 and a 5, right? Yeah. So it's 16 plus 5,
Okay.
21.
All right. Okay. All right.
You can cut
okay.
it
All right. Okay.
Has the leader moved since he got grappled?
No. He made the attack, but he didn't move. Okay, well, Claire, it's your turn.
Well, fuck it. I'm gonna attack the big guy, and I'm gonna do inflict wounds again.
Yeah.
Except I'm gonna do it at. Yeah, I'm gonna do it at 2nd level. So that is 16 plus 6 to hit.
Yep.
And that's 4 10. So 20 points of damage.
Yeah, how do you do it?
Yeah. Like inflict wounds, I just like stick my hands on like the back of his neck and like let the like necrotic energy rot up through his like face.
Okay. Yeah, you watch this happen and you grab him. And the fur actually starts to fall from his body, and you notice that the other werewolves also have their fur fall from their bodies as well. And you see beneath the fur a younger elven man who then becomes a little creepy skeleton from the damage. So and the others are just kind of beat to shit, it looks like. 2 of them are still kind of looking around, and you can see that they have bite marks all over their bodies. The one with the arrow is now pierced through his entire leg, and he's like, "Ah, shit!" And he starts to try to pull it out. And then the other 2 are just kind of like, it looks like they're awake. But the leader is dead. Cool.
I wrap up my whip. I go, bad dog.
So as you guys are kind of doing, as you guys are kind of like looking around, the 2 that were kind of like rabid start to sprint off into the woods.
Go get him!
Go get!
And then the other ones are just still kind of there.
Are the other ones like human now?
They're elves, yeah.
But are they? Sorry.
Yeah, so yes, they're not werewolves anymore.
Are they still attacking us though?
No, they look like they just kind of like woke up from a dream or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you hear them kind of talking amongst themselves, like, what the fuck?
I pass one of them my flask.
Takes it immediately walks up and slams the whole thing and passes it to one of the female elves, and she does the same, slams it down.
Hercules comes up and just goes, "Fear not, citizens, for we have saved you. Oh, it is I."
The other one's bleeding
Hercules.
out from a fucking arrow wound to his
Yeah,
thigh.
and one of them's bleeding out and dying. Yeah.
Clara casts spare the dying on that one at least.
Well, he doesn't die, but he still has this arrow lodged in his leg.
I go up and like break it, and pull it out, do like a quick. I'll give you a medicine check and just
little tourniquet thing. Yeah.
+0. Let's fucking roll those dice, literally. 13. Unlucky 13. I may add.
Okay. Yeah, you do a decent job at it. You don't know if he's gonna walk again or not. But...
Well, if I feel like we should check out the cave to see what was happening, but I would say Clara then will heal people as needed.
Okay.
Brutus has a torch, so Brutus lights his torch and goes into the cave.
All right. So as you guys enter the cave, I'm not gonna have you roll perception. I'll just tell you what's in there. Because nothing's really hidden. You go down a couple hundred feet, and make a couple turns. Follow the natural wolf-made cave, and you see several types of dens that some of these wolves would have been sleeping in. You see where the main wolf would have been sleeping, and it's actually a bed. And it's a bit higher up than everyone else. And you see that there's a lot of like these little kind of patches of grass and hay and like little makeshift beds. There's a lot more than 7. So that would probably lead you to believe that there were more of these werewolves, but none are in this den or in this cave for now. Yeah, but there's not anything like riches. It's just a lot of food scrap, bones, a water bowl made out of natural stone. You know.
I throw a pebble in here to see if it echoes.
What time did you throw this pebble in there?
Just
Did you
now.
did you throw it in
As
every
of-
day?
I threw it in every day since
Okay.
we've been here.
Gotcha. So
We Bernie our way out of the cave.
and then you hear the moon say, "Hey, I'm the moon."
And then we do a CSI Miami.
Yeah! God fucking damn it. But yeah, so there's nothing really in this cave that would be, unless there's nothing unless you want to take bones and meat scraps and stuff. But...
No bones about it. Yeah.
Let's go back to the town and tell them what we've done, what we've conquered.
Really save the day.
Let's bring the body of this person, like the big guy.
Okay. Yeah, you so you guys make it back to the town. It takes a bit of time, and I'm assuming Thicules or Brutus is carrying the body.
Thicules will do it.
And you see a lot more people than there were before in this town. It's probably like daytime, and you see people kind of straggling out of the woods, coming back to the town, and you hear cries of happiness and laughter and all this stuff. And you get back to the main house, and because I wrote a whole backstory for who this werewolf guy was, you present the body of Roarfield or Warfer, whatever the fuck I wrote. Roarfear? Roarfear Oakhart to
Sounds like a fucking
Bannerin.
name to me.
Yeah, to Vannerin Oakhart, who says, "Holy shit, this is the body of my son that I gave to the werewolves 25 years ago in exchange for protecting our town."
Oh,
Yeah.
you had a
Well,
whole.
that's pretty douchey.
I had a whole backstory. I'll tell you guys when we're done. But yeah, so he's happy that the werewolves have been dealt with, but is sad that his son is dead.
Claire's like, it wasn't that hard, man. Like, why would you give away your son and not just like kill the werewolves? However long
You beat
ago.
them in literally 12 seconds. In actual real time, 12 seconds.
We threw a rock at them.
Yeah.
It must have been the rock that did it. It must have been the rock.
The power of rock.
We didn't take any rocks with us. But yeah, so he was.
Neither did we. Brutus just picked one up. There are rocks everywhere.
I'll
It's
have one
outside.
on the rocks.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's happy that everything is taken care of. But sad at his son's death, and everybody in the town as you leave seems to be happy with the results,
Except for him.
except for him. You get back to the Wizards Trading Company. They pay you, and this was really really anticlimactic ending. So you go about your day and you wait for your next call to go on another mission.
Do we get paid?
Yeah, you get paid.
Did we get drunk?
Do we get paid every day?
Only if you throw a pebble in the cave every day. At what time, you ask?
Son of a bitch.
Probably midnight.
What do we think it was? Do we think it was a blade? Do you think it was claws?
I'm glad that Chris played with us tonight. No, so to be fair, those are all questions, like that you would ask. So
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, you guys did the thing, and all of you were invited to do one-shot wonders. Yay! You got the letter, saying, "Hey, go do this shit."
Asper's cut.
It's in the same setting.
It's in the same setting. It is. It's in the town.
Favorite.
It's in the town right over there.
We
Fan
walked
favorite
past
Hercules.
like a Pete poster just on the wall.
A Doug poster.
Pete's
Yeah.
Diner. Not Pizza with Doug's Diner.
We need to make like a Beefy Boys calendar of Brutus and Hercules like doing things together.
Gross.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Like lifting rocks and working out.
Right. Doing things.
We need the Wizards Trading Company calendar, swimsuit calendar.
Yeah. I feel bad because Pete and Chris didn't even get to do anything in their turn or in the combat.
Sorry.
Literally didn't have turns.
Yeah, we didn't get a turn.
I feel bad. Listen, Spiritual Guardians is fucking badass.
Yeah, it's
I hate that.
crazy.
You're not allowed to use that anymore.
I mean,
Fine, you have to call your snakes before you fucking roll.
No.
Do you guys want to hear the backstory of
Yeah, please.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because it took me an hour to write. I'll give you the SparkNotes version. The leader made a deal with a clan of werewolves that, in exchange for protection for their town, he would provide them some food, water, and his firstborn son to become a werewolf. It's been 25 years, and after finding out that he was given up to the werewolves, the son became crazed and killed the Packmaster. He wants revenge and will not stop killing the townsfolk until the last one standing is his father. And then there were some wolves that were followers of him and some that weren't. And it was a whole thing.
We should have definitely sided with the werewolves. Holy shit.
I know, like, don't sacrifice your son. That's bullshit.
Yeah, so I don't, yeah.
Literally, it's bad guy behavior, frankly, from the main guy.
Yeah, well. Let's
go back and kill that guy. He doesn't have what it takes to be a good leader.
You go back and you kill him, and he says, "Oh,
I deserve this because I was a bad guy."
He does.
You're right. I shouldn't have authority because clearly I have like skewed perspectives on the world.
I'm just like Thavius Krieg from Descent into Avernus.
I could have hired one person to fight these werewolves, and instead I sent my unborn son.
They didn't even take 18 full seconds to defeat.
Anyway. All right, y'all. Well, that's the game. That was it. I'm glad that you joined us for starting out serious and then ending with the Bernie game.
I'm really sorry.
Honestly very good, and then the second you said he did the Bernie, I know
I couldn't. I couldn't. I didn't know how else to explain it other than doing the Bernie. So
Let's just go back and add 20 more hit points to that guy, or take my spiritual weapons down,
No, it's all right.
or my spiritual guardians, so that Pete and Chris can actually hit him.
It's all good.
They can do it next time.
We'll after the what if episode.
The what if episode. What if we actually listen to the werewolves?
What if we sat down and had a philosophical debate?
But yeah, so
pelting them with rocks, which was essentially what y'all did.
So I'm gonna call it there, guys. If that's cool with you. But you solved my werewolf puzzle. And I'm glad that we could play tonight. I'm glad that Chris and Megan joined us and Ingvar joined us. Because normally Ingvar's on our Star Wars game. But next week we are going to be doing another one-shot wonder because I asked my buddy Sam to play with us. So he'll be on there. I think we will have Nick and Pete as well. Is that correct?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be around next week, actually.
Okay, that's what it was. That's why we needed an extra person.
No, that I didn't tell you that until just now. So
okay. Well, so we won't have
you just
next
knew
week.
it was the Force.
Oh, okay. Well, good. So, and then Ingvar, Chris, Megan, if you guys want to come back for next week, you're more than welcome. You can bring your characters from today if you'd like, or not. It is what it is. I did say that you guys all got letters to join the One Shot Wonders Arena Labyrinth, whatever. So yeah, you can certainly do that. But if you guys are all good, I'm all good, and we can say goodbye. So
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.